Here's 20 more tips you need to know before boarding Utopia of the Seas. Number 1, reserve your shows in advance. Now with the Royal Caribbean, you can use their app to reserve your shows in advance. I mean, way before you even get on the ship. You'll see reservations for shows like the Utopia Ice Show, the All In Broadway Show, the Aqua 280 Show, Name That Tune Live, and as well as the comedy show. Now, it is free to reserve for these shows, but it is best that you reserve for these shows in advance versus waiting until you get on the ship. Those reservations will be gone. Now, if you don't have a reservation, it does not mean that you won't be able to see these shows, but some shows are more reservation sensitive than other shows. So as soon as you see those shows pop up in the app, reserve, reserve, reserve. And with that being said, number 2, also reserve your specialty dining or onboard activities in advance as well. Now, there are a lot of activities that you can pay extra for to reserve in advance for. For example, Utopia has lots of specialty dining options from Chops Grill, Uzumi's, Giovanni's, the Mason Jar, so much more. With that being said, there are limited seatings to these places, so it is best to reserve in advance. So if you know you want to go to Uzumi's for the hibachi or the sushi, go ahead and reserve that in advance. Same thing with things like the sushi making class, the chef's table, or the railroad. These activities go fast, way before you can even step on the ship. So yes, reserve in advance, reserve in advance, and reserve in advance. And you can't even do any of these things without number 3, downloading the Royal Caribbean app. That is vital when it comes to your cruise. Not only can you see your countdown, again, you can see all these different things that you can reserve in advance, as well as the itinerary. The itinerary is posted about 2 weeks or so advance before your cruise, so you can plan out your entire cruise to the T before even stepping on. You can know exactly what you want to do before even getting to port. With downloading the app comes number 4, checking the itinerary before boarding. Like I said, in 3, you can see the itinerary before boarding, and that's pretty awesome because my past cruises, I was not able to see the itineraries until the day of embarkation. And I don't know about y'all, but that's just a little bit stressful for me because I want to know when everything is happening so I can attend as well as get footage for my content. Number 5, arrive early to these shows. Even if you have a reservation, that does not guarantee where you're going to sit. And these shows get packed really fast. So my rule of thumb, depending on the event and the size of where the event is being held, I need you to come 15 to 30 minutes earlier to get a good seat. Honestly, 30 to 45 minutes, but 15 to 30 minutes early, you need to be getting to your shows, especially the comedy show. Well, in this case, the comedy is in the Royal Theater, so it's not too bad. But in some cruises, they're usually held in smaller lounges, so it's like you need to get there an hour before. Regardless, get there 15 minutes to 30 minutes before. Number 6, pack for the theme nights. So there are different theme nights on Utopia of the Seas, and it goes as followed. First night is casual, second night is red night, third is white, and 4 is white and or toga, specifically toga. And that's because they have different events going on around the ship. So for example, on red night, there is a red experience night in the club, as well as I want to say the Love and Marriage show is that night as well. So there's a lot of like red themes going on the ship. White night, I don't remember what was going on for White Night on my ship because we went to the hibachi on White Night and went to Crazy List afters. That's a whole different story. And then Toga night, they have a silent disco party that's toga themed. So they want you to wear togas. They actually give you some togas, which are bed sheets to put together that you can wear for, don't wear them to dinner, but you can wear them for the party or just around the ship afterwards. Number 7, breakfast at Johnny Rockets. Now, I was not able to indulge in this activity, but it is free breakfast at Johnny Rockets. Okay, Johnny Rockets is not included for Utopia of the Seas, but breakfast is. So please do not miss out at least one day trying the breakfast at Johnny Rockets. Which leads to number 8, trying all included restaurants. Even though there's a lot of specialty dining, there is still a lot of free options when it comes to dining. For example, you have main dining, the Windjammer, Cafe Promenade, the Doghouse, the famous Sorrento's. So please try your best to get a taste of these variety of places on the ship because it is included. Number 9, go to the solarium in the morning. Okay, first of all, y'all, I love the solarium and I wanted to live in the solarium. Y'all, I promise I did. But I saw the best time to go to the solarium was in the morning, especially in the morning of port days. We went to the solarium the morning of Perfect Day Coco K and nobody was in there. Oh, it was so relaxing, so nice. Got to try out the hot tub for the first time. Got to try out the other pools. It was amazing. I really didn't want to leave to go to Perfect Day Coco K, but I had to experience it because it was my first time being there. But when I tell y'all, we stayed like a couple hours at Perfect Day Coco K and then went back to the ship to go to the solarium. Yeah, it's that serious. So if you want the least crowds, go early in the morning. Number 10, you can rent towels. Yes, you can rent towels throughout this entire ship on Utopia of the Seas. You can rent a towel while you're by the pool and the solarium. And you can also rent a towel to get off the ship. So you do not have to pack beach towels for your port days. You can rent a towel before getting off your ship. They're going to scan your card, give you a towel, and all you have to do is return that towel and scan your card so they know that they have returned it so you don't get charged. Because if you don't return your towel, I think it's like a $25 charging fee for it. Number 11, go to Crazy Quest. If you don't know what Crazy Quest is an adult game show and it's defined as a crowd scavenger hunt, which it is. It is a crowd scavenger hunt, and the whole entire crowd is a part of the show. The crowd is split up in teams, and each team gets a team captain, and the host tells the teams to find something, do something. You have to bring it to the middle of the floor, and if you don't, then you don't get the points. Something of that nature, okay? But it's kind of time restraints. Quests open, quests closed, okay? And the quests do be crazy, okay? Again, when I say this is adults only, it's adults only, okay? I have seen some wild things that people doing for less, okay? You could have sworn that Crazy Quest, like, grand prize is like $50,000 or something. Nah, you just get like a badge of honor, basically. But it is nonetheless a fun time, so do not skip out on it. Along with Crazy Quest, number 12, go to the silent disco. Like I said earlier, they have a silent disco toga party, and it is a great time. Now, they do have like a family and kids friendly version, and then they have an adults only version later that night. So if you're going with children, they can absolutely go to the silent disco as well. But I tell y'all, I had such an amazing time at the silent disco. The music was lovely. So there were 3 channels with the headphones. You had green was techno, red was pop, and blue was Latin. Now, blue stayed Latin the whole entire night, but green and red definitely interchanged. Had a lot of hip hop, had a lot of R&B, had a lot of like classic songs. It was a time. I was singing my heart out, y'all. Singing my heart out. I did not want silent disco to end. That's how much fun I had. So please do not miss that. Silent Disco was on the last night of the sale before debarkation, so definitely get to end your cruise with the blast with Silent Disco. And with Silent Disco 13, they do have a designated toga pickup, so you can wear a toga to the Silent Disco party. So if you want someone who didn't buy a toga or pack a toga or anything toga themed, you will not be left out in the toga festivities. They have a designated toga pickup. It will be in the Spotlight Karaoke, and it will be right after our trivia game. It's like the game that you can use your phone. I forget what it was called. It's not Name That Tune, but it's a type of trivia game where you use your phone. Right after that, it will flow right into the toga pickup, so you can have your toga. Now, again, like I said beforehand, don't wear your toga to dinner, okay? And they also said that you need to give your toga back at the end of the silent disco party. So that meant wear clothes underneath your toga, please. Number 14, order mimosas in the Windjammer. So if you're in the Windjammer for breakfast, just know that you can absolutely order mimosas in the Windjammer. Better yet, they're going to come around with a little platter saying, hey, would you like a mimosa? So if you're someone getting breakfast and you want to have a mimosa with it, don't worry, you can order one at the Windjammer versus having to go to the bar and then bringing in the Windjammer and how that go. You can get one brought to your table. Number 15, there is ice skating on the ship. And I don't mean just the show. You can actually ice skate on this show. Again, I did not get to partake in the ice skating show or ice skating myself because I was just all over the ship. all over the ship. And the one time that I had to catch the Utopia ice show, I was tired. I had to take that nap. But yes, you can ice skate on this ship amongst so many other things. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's very different versus other cruise ships. So just know you can skate on that ice. Not only can you ice skate, but number 16, you can also play laser tag. Yes, they also have a designated laser tag time in the same place where you can ice skate. And mind you, the ice skating show, ice skating on your own, and laser tag are also all included. There are no extra costs to participate in this. Again, miss the laser tag, but I don't want y'all to miss the laser tag, so be on the lookout for that as well. Number 17, there's an entire sports complex on this ship where you can play mini golf, basketball, ping pong, all these kind of things. There is actually a dodgeball after dark, like a glow dodgeball tournament. Be out on the lookout for that as well. I'm telling y'all, it is so much to do on this ship. I know it's probably overwhelming if you're watching this video. Please do not overwhelm yourself. You're gonna have an amazing time. I just want you guys to know everything that you possibly can before getting on, so you won't be like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. Yes, you can do so much on this ship, but just know that you won't be able to do everything, and that's fine. Okay, let's breathe, let's relax, and have fun. Number 18, ride the elevator bar. So there is an elevator bar that goes from the Royal Promenade all the way up to Central Park. And yes, it's an elevator with a bar. You heard me. Elevator bar. So it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. We actually got our first drink on the cruise at the elevator bar, and at the time I didn't even know it was the elevator bar. We just saw seating in a bar. We was like, let's grab a drink and take a seat before we get on with the rest of our festivities. And speaking of elevators, number 19, there are smart elevators on Utopia the Seas. So what's the smart elevator, Bree? The smart elevator, basically, instead of you clicking a button and saying you want to go up or down and then going into the elevator to say where you're going, there's an entire system where it asks you, hey, what floor are you going on first? And then from there, it's going to tell you which elevator to get on. And I honestly like this process. I have heard that there were kinks with this process in the past, but they have definitely fixed it since then. And it makes it a whole lot easier to navigate. So if people are going up, everybody's going up. And if people are going down, everybody's going down, versus having a ride all the way up, ride all the way down. You know where exactly you're going when you get on that elevator. And then number 20, there are theme nights in both the ship, but also in dining. So I'm going to tell you this right now. Utopia the Seas is the one ship that you want to check the buffet before going to main dining, because main dining has different nights, theme nights as well. There's Indian night, there's Caribbean night. On our sailing, there was Thanksgiving. It was all these different types of nights in the Windjammer. And now I know if I go on Utopia the Seas, I will always make sure to know what's going on for dinner in the Windjammer before I go to the main dining. Not saying that main dining was nasty or anything. It was good, but there was so much variety in the Windjammer. I'm like, I'd rather be in the Windjammer for dinner than the main dining. But these are all 20 of my tips for Utopia the Seas. Now, if you want to know more tips about embarkation day of Utopia the Seas, check out my last video. And if not, comment below when you're sailing Utopia the Seas. Subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next one. Happy cruising!